When it comes to Niantic and Pokemon Go, I feel like I've had a love and hate relationship with them. On the one hand, I love everything that Niantic has been doing in Pokemon Go, as the game currently is right now. I've been enjoying it quite a lot. But on the other hand, I absolutely dislike the fact that Niantic has allowed so many different issues to persist pretty much since day one. And I feel like Niantic, when it comes to bug fixes, it's been an up and down battle. And recently, this sentiment has been strengthened because of a tweet from Niantic Support that pretty much sums up how people have been feeling when it comes to Niantic and bug fixes. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Let's get right into it. And what's happening, everyone? It's me, it's Count, here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. Today I'm going to be discussing all of the known issues in Pokemon Go, and more specifically why I think Niantic has been neglecting these issues for quite some time. And to be honest with you, I'm really frustrated with Niantic, mainly because for the longest time, we've seen so many different issues just plaguing all of the core essential game modes of Pokemon Go, whether it be raiding, whether it be with PvP, and they've gone simply unaddressed. And I really think that Niantic needs to take a step back and fix these issues because they've created so many negative sentiments within the community, and I really think that Niantic, moving forward, needs to focus on fixing bugs. I think that would be celebrated a lot more than new content, and I really want Niantic to realize that. So I mentioned at the top of this video that Niantic tweeted out something that pretty much sums up how players feel about Niantic when it comes to bug fixes. So what happened was that a player tweeted out about solo raiding and how the health bar magically regenerates while they are raiding. And we've seen this bug countless numbers of times, myself included, and I feel like this was an issue that Niantic should have fixed from the beginning when raiding first came out. Not only is this a very frustrating issue, but for players who are raiding with the minimum amount of trainers as possible, it's a matter of whether or not they'll actually defeat the boss, because of course if the boss regens some of their health when they are trying to beat it in the smallest amount of time as possible, it's going to be really difficult, it's going to be really frustrating. Because real money is on the line here. You would think that Niantic would prioritize these bugs. I mean, if you're out raiding and spending money on raid passes and all of the bosses are buggy and you're not able to complete them, well, it's going to demotivate you from buying raid passes in the future. And these are the reasons why Niantic needs to prioritize fixing these bugs, but they just haven't been doing that. So yeah, the thing with this tweet that really frustrated players in the worst way possible was the fact that Niantic was seemingly treating a day one issue that players have been struggling with for a long time now as if it's a new issue that they needed new information with. I mean, come on Niantic, this is an issue that has been plaguing Pokemon Go for a long time and it's gone unaddressed for a long time. And yet with a tweet like this, it makes it seem like you guys have been having your heads in the ground and you have no idea that issues like this have been happening. This is a really bad precedent to set with your community, considering that so many players have been frustrated with these sort of issues for a long time now, and to see a tweet like this makes players think that Niantic is incapable of fixing issues like these, or they just do not realize that these sort of issues are happening with their game. And it goes beyond just raiding. Just the game itself has been very unstable at times. There have been so many progression stopping bugs that I've personally experienced, and every time they release a new update, there's just a plethora of new issues or old issues cropping up again. And this is something that Niantic needs to fix over there, taking a step back and polishing their game as it currently is. Fixing a lot of these issues should be priority number one, and making sure that they do not come up again in future updates. This is something that I feel like Niantic should focus on right now, rather than bringing us new features that nobody asked for. Like for example, this new Niantic AR feature, I don't know anyone that really cares for it, to be honest with you. Yes, it's a really cool feature, but I just feel like the timing of it being released is a little bit suspect. A lot of players want these issues fixed, and a lot of players believe that Niantic is neglecting to fix these issues for the sake of new features that players are not asking for. So I really think that Niantic needs to step back from releasing new and cool content and focus on fixing what's currently there. there. Like recently, they took down the Go Battle League in order to address an exploit. The Go Battle League was really unstable in prior seasons, but at the beginning of Season 2, it really seemed like Niantic got their act together and fixed the Go Battle League. Like yes, there was a bunch of new issues with the Go Battle League, but for the most part, it was a lot more stable than it was in Season 1. But after they tried to fix this exploit, what ended up happening was the game regressed completely back to what it was before, and it was just very problematic. A lot of players are complaining right now that they cannot rank up because of how unstable the Go Battle League currently is. So Niantic really needs to get their act together and go into bug fixing mode. We could care less for new AR features and new little additions into the game. Like with Mega Evolutions, yes, there's a lot of hype behind that, but I would rather see Mega Evolutions get delayed so that we could get a whole bunch of different issues fixed in Pokemon Go. I mean, I'll go into more details as to why Pokemon Go is so buggy and what Niantic could do about it in future videos, but just to give you an idea of what I'm thinking about here, it seems like Niantic just hasn't been treating their testing team as valuable as they should be, and then of course when it comes to Pokemon Go, they're just allocating a lot of their development resources into new features as opposed to bug fixing, and I really think this should be addressed immediately when it comes to Pokemon Go. Now, do I think with all of these issues that it's going to kill Pokemon Go? I don't necessarily think so. When it comes to hardcore players and when it comes to people who are spending money in the game, they're going to continue doing that so long as Pokemon Go exists. But I really think that for the longevity of Pokemon Go, for the long term, they really need to iron out all of these issues, because at this point, Pokemon Go is starting to become a meme, and Niantic Support themselves are also becoming a meme. People are just not treating them seriously, and this is a very valuable resource for players that they should be utilizing, but considering how ineffective Niantic Support is with tweets like these, I really think Niantic needs to get their act together and get a lot of their bugs fixed, and I think it's about time. So yeah, these are just all of my thoughts regarding how Pokemon Go currently is when it comes to bug fixes. I really think Niantic needs to take a step back and start fixing their game, because there's just so many issues that are frustrating players when it comes to every different aspect of Pokemon Go. There's no form of gameplay that's safe from bugs in Pokemon Go, and I really think that Niantic needs to start addressing these, or else the game will eventually die out because of how frustrated players are. But yeah, I would love to know your thoughts down below. What do you think about the current state of Pokemon Go when it comes to the Go Battle League, when it comes to rating? Are you frustrated by all of the different issues? Do you think it's about time that Niantic took a step back and started fixing these issues as opposed to releasing new content? I would love to know your thoughts down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and share it with your friends. I am Count Jinsula, and I will catch you all later.